tell you what, we got a little rivalry going on here today, boys. That 28, that the 48 and Jimmie Johnson, 24, Jeff Gordon, they are after each other. You wouldn't know they're teammates today, would you, Larry?
No, but it looks like the 48's a little better getting in the corner. When he runs the high line, he can hold his ground on the exit. 24 cars are not going quite as deep, Jeff Gordon, as that 48 car is going in the corner.
48's a little tight getting in. You can drive it in a little bit harder if it'll stick.
But look at the aggression and the drive shown by Jeff Gordon.
Whoa, they hit, I'm telling you.
I don't know if he has the best car, but Jeff Gordon has the drive to win this race.
Remember they came by here a little bit ago pushing each other. That time they bounced off each other.
And you know what? I love it. I love Jeff Gordon showing his kind of aggression in that 24 car. Don't back down to nobody.
Here is the audio between Steve Letarte and Jeff Gordon that Steve Burns was trying to lead to, talking about that collision with Jimmie Johnson.
4 times, a little upset. I guess they thought you got into him, I guess. Oh, he's treated different than everybody else.
That's the kind of teammate I want, buddy.
But I'm glad we played that audio, because I read an article back during the offseason that Jeff Gordon, you could read that article, and he stated, you know what, I've about had enough of this 48 car dominating our sport. And that's his teammate, and that's a car that he's actually listed as the owner. But remember, Jeff Gordon, even though he's won 4 championships, he hadn't seen the likes of a championship since that 48 car started in 2002.
Just remember, this race is not over. And who's the best closer in the sport?
That would be the car on your screen.
That guy. That guy right there.
Look at this. 1-2 finishes. These two drivers have had 10 1-2 finishes. Gordon won 6. Jimmie 4 so far. The record for 1-2 finishes in NASCAR, Richard Petty, David Pearson.
And Jeff Gordon has come out of the care center. Your crew chief indicated it was just 15 guys trying to win the race. Is that your version as well?
Definitely. You know, when you get a late caution like that, you're going to have guys take 2 and guys take 4. And we chose to take 4. And, you know, every second, every position counts on those restarts with that few laps to go. And I saw Tony backing up, and then he got loose. And, you know, I was trying not to get into him, and I ended up getting underneath him, and we were 3 wide. And then I saw the 48 out of my left corner, you know, sneak in there as well. And I just saw a lot of guys racing hard, and we ran out of room. I got clipped in the right rear and turned me in the wall. I'm just glad I'm okay. Man, what a race car. Gosh, what a race car we had. And, you know, that's what I'm bummed out the most about right now, is that we just had such an awesome race car. And I want to thank DuPont. I want to thank National Guard and Special Forces. It was really cool. And all these fans are coming out, man. They're seeing a heck of a show.
Speaking of the 48, Jimmie Johnson, what happened when you two got together earlier in the race?
I don't know. You know, he was real loose. And, you know, I got to him, and he got real loose. I got underneath him, and, you know, he raced me hard. And then I slid up in front of him a little bit, and maybe that was it. And he ran in the back of me, you know, for no reason. And then later, he got out ahead of me after a pit stop or on a restart. And, you know, he was just too loose. He wasn't fast enough. And my car was just so good. You know, I could just get right on his bumper, and he got loose. And I guess he thought I you know, was being too aggressive. I don't know. And he just drove into my door and ended up costing him, you know. But, you know, when you've got a race car like that, you don't have teammates and friends out there. You got to go out there and race hard, and you know, that's what Jimmie's had, and I'm just excited that we've got something to race with all these guys out here right now.
You sound like you're angry with him, are you?
I'm disappointed, you know, but I'll get over it, and so will he. We'll talk about it. I mean, we're good enough friends, good enough teammates, you know, that it's more just the competitors in us, you know, coming out there and the aggressiveness of wanting to win, not anything against one another.
Indeed. You had a great run today.
Let's check in with Jimmie Johnson. Steve Burns is standing by.
Well, Jimmie Johnson, great battle at the end of the race. You fought your way back from a flat tire. Tell us about that, the battle with Jeff Gordon. Pretty wild day.
Yeah, I mean, all in all, it was a great day. We had that left front tire go down. Then we were fortunate to catch a caution when we did. And then there at the end, the car was just dragging the nose too bad for the first couple laps. I think we sat too long, and the front tire pressures dropped, and I lost a few spots. I almost hit the wall down to 1 and 2 trying to work the top. And then once those front tire pressures came in and the splitter got off the ground, I started coming, but it was like a lap too late.
Jeff said that he was a little disappointed about the contact between the two of you, but that he felt like you guys were just racing hard and teammates and would be able to talk through it.
Yeah, I definitely think so. I'm pretty disappointed in how he was racing me today, but we'll get to the bottom of it and sort it out. There's no need to play it out in the press, and we'll get it taken care of at the shop and during the week, and then come back to the next race and do it again.
Thank you, Jimmie.
You got it. Thank you.
Boy, Jeff Gordon in the 24 just got forced all the way down on the apron. He's going to really
that 48
slide back.
car right there just got knocked out of line, lost his momentum.
And it's Stewart and Jr. versus McMurray, Biffle, Montoya. Trouble, front straightaway in the trioval. It's Jeff Burton. Jeff Gordon and Scott Speed.
Something was going on with that group back there. There was a couple of them falling backwards when they went through 3 and 4.
Caution's out with 6 laps to go. And there is perhaps the best car here coming into this race. Jeff Burton will not win. Mike, now, something happened with Jeff Gordon.
Let's watch out.
Oh boy.
Left front.
He's got a lot of damage. But let's take a look at, here we are going down the back. Here, right in here. Here's Jeff Burton going right there. He and Jeff Gordon. And you see Gordon gets down on the apron. Jimmie Johnson crowded 24 Jeff Gordon down on the apron. That backed everybody up.
And you see the 48 car really backing up.
Yeah, they both lost their momentum.
They just lost their momentum.
And then, look, Mike Bliss in the 09 car tried to make it 4 wide on the exit of turn 4 into the trioval, and there just was nowhere for these guys to go.
Once you lose your momentum, it just backs everything up until somebody runs over somebody.
And Bliss had to be afraid to lift, because in this situation, lifters are losers. You want to try to maintain that momentum, but Burton just shut him off.
Yeah, he did.
Not intending to.
No, Burton kind of got shoved up there, if you will, and Mike Bliss in the 09 had nowhere to go.
We're listening to Jeff Gordon and his team after the crash.
You still got steering? Yeah, I got no front end, but I got steering. All right, drive it around to us if you got steering. Come on. If we stay in the lead lap, that'll be a big finish. Much better. So you got brakes? Shield to left front. I see it. Drive it around. Drive it around.
You know, I don't hear any comment about what happened going into turn 3, though. Jeff's just more worried about the car at this time.
Right now he's in 29th. He is posted the last car on the lead lap. Now Kurt Busch will get the free pass, so he'll be back on the lead lap. We'll have at least 30 lead lap cars.
Well, Jeff Gordon has just climbed out of a car so wrecked you'd wonder how it could have run at all. Who is at fault for the accident out there, Jeff?
Which one?
The big one that you were in.
Well, I mean, I got collected. I don't know what happened. You know, I'm just excited we finished on the lead lap, to be honest with you. I think it's been a while since we've finished on the lead lap. We got a huge push down the back straightaway. I don't know who it was, 39 maybe, or somebody gave me a big shove. And I was coming 10 miles an hour faster than anybody. And the 48 is testing my patience, I can tell you that. It takes a lot to make me mad, and I'm pissed right now. I mean, you know, when a car's going that much faster, I don't know what is with me and him right now, but, you know, whatever. But the guys did a great job fixing it, you know, after they got wrecked. I don't know what happened in the wreck. I just know the 31 came across after getting turned and came down in front of me, and we got collected. So we just did everything we could to finish at that point and finish on the lead lap.
All right, thank you. See you at Richmond. Better luck there.
I will say this. I thought it was a heck of a race. I mean, I thought all day the racing was amazing. Yeah, there was times it got a little wild. We all knew it was going to get wild at the end. But I don't think you could have asked for a better race. So I applaud that rear spoiler.
Thank you.
And we applaud Jeff Gordon for his candid comments.
There's the 48 of Jimmie Johnson. Been pretty pleased with his car throughout most of the day today, but right now he says it's just too loose. They're going to go a round and a half down on the track bar. It's going to be a 4-tire change for Jimmie Johnson to give him a tear off as well. Chad Knaus, crew chief, says one of the strengths of this team is dialing in the car throughout the course of the race. They've been massaging it. He's been running up toward the front. We'll see if he's got enough as this race goes on.
Jeff Gordon says I have 2 different race cars here, one on entry and one on exit, and they're vastly different in terms of being loose in, tight in the middle, and tight off. Major air pressure change by Steve Locard. Jeff is down and away. Dave.
There's the crew comparison.
Yeah, they had a good stop. You see that 12.9? That's a pretty good stop for 4 tires.
And you see right here, he's passing Kevin Harvick, who pitted just a few laps, or maybe a couple of laps before Denny did. So Denny's got just a little bit fresher tires now. But, you know, you go back to the 29 stop when they took 4. He's actually dug his way out of it. Jamie?
Let's send it to Vince. He's got the 48.
Well, Jimmie Johnson may have grazed the wall. He indicated that he wanted the guys to take a look at that right rear. They're going to make a 2-tire change here. Otherwise, he's very happy. Dave?
Hamlin stops right in front of him. Let's see how close things were there. They're able to get around 2 tires. 2 tires for Biffle as well.
And the race off, Joey Logano looks like he's going to do it again as he picks up a spot. Biffle loses 1. Kevin Harvick's team picks up 4.
Yeah, disaster for Jimmie Johnson. They changing right sides, had a terrible right front stop.
It's the second time we've seen that happen today for that team, so we'll reset it for you. You can see Jimmie inside the cockpit here at Texas. He's got his work cut out.
More going on back in the garage, Doc?
Well, it's actually on pit road. Here's what's happening. The 24 crew of Jeff Gordon is going to go up and now start pitting the 48 car of Jimmie Johnson. They've been told to go to the 48 pit. And here's why, because the 24 crew's been locking off 11.8, 12 second, 12.1 second stops. And now they've been asked to come to the 48 and provide assistance. So what's happening here is the 24 guys are already up here. They're discussing what's going to go on. And I don't know how well this will go over, but they've been asked to come here and see if they can get the best of the best on pit road.
Wow.
Man, everything's changing.
Very interesting.
It's an amazing race. All right, Marty, DJ, and Andy, a lot going on.
Whoa. Yeah, what I'm looking at right now is you've just destroyed the morale of everybody in one of those blue and white uniforms. Get ready. We'll talk more about that. And, yeah, the race is getting ready to restart.
With Chad Knaus here as Chad's walking through the garage area. Have a conversation with Chad. There we go. Chad, how would you characterize the day that you guys had today?
It was a pretty rough day for sure. You know, unfortunate that it turned out the way we did. We thought we were doing really good, but you know, we lost some track position, and when you get back there, you don't know exactly how you need to tune on the car, and it got a little edgy for him, and then after we got back up front, you know, then it got too tight, so, you know, we just couldn't maintain our track position. That hurt us pretty bad today.
Who ultimately made the decision to have the 24 guys pit your car?
Well, I mean, ultimately it's my decision, obviously, but we needed to do something. You know, this is a team, and the 248 shop has always operated as a team, and that's the way that we see it. It's sad that we have to do that, but you know, in the interest of Hendrick Motorsports and what we got to do, you know, you got to do that stuff. It's not uncommon. We've seen it happen before, and you know, we'll get home and we'll try to get it fixed up and get our boys back.
What will you do next week as you look ahead to Phoenix?
Well, I'm hoping that you know, we get back with the 48 guys and we get everybody's confidence up and get this thing going right in the right direction. You know, it's not like, you know, it's not what we want to do, but you know, sometimes things just need to be adjusted a little bit, and we had to do that today.
Thanks, Jimmy, or Chad, excuse me. Doc.
Jimmie Johnson climbing out of his car here in the garage area and getting a drink of water. Jimmy, I know it was we just talked to Chad. He talked about what a tough afternoon it was for you. Take us through your day here.
Yeah, you know, it was just a long day. I mean, we had speed in the car and would work our way forward, and then had some issues on pit road, and I feel terrible for my guys that we had to make a change there. But you know, 24 guys came in and did their part and did a great job. We gave away so much track position at the beginning, and it just was tough for us to kind of get back to where we needed to. And there at the end, we were coming along pretty well. That caution kind of came at a time where we didn't need it. And then in front of me on the restart was the 16 missing first and second gear. And a lot of guys pitted behind us, and I was kind of at the back of the guys without taking tires, and just kind of slipped from there. So long day, but it is what it is. I mean, it's a team sport. We didn't do our jobs today, but we'll come back next week and try again.
You're in uncharted territory right now. Normally this time of year, you're the points leader, and now you're 33 points back going to Phoenix and Homestead. What's your mindset now?
Well, the last 4 years we've been in a different position. It's you know, I've lost plenty of championships in the past. I mean, this is racing. It doesn't come easy. You're not going to get what you want every single year and every single weekend. But I can promise you this: I'm trying as hard as I can. I know my team is, and we're going to do everything we can. 33 backs is not where we want to be, but we're going to work hard to get back on top.
Jimmie Johnson not out of it at all, folks. Going to get them hard in Phoenix and Homestead.